All right, I'm back as promised to wrap the handle. If you haven't seen the video where we made this little hatchet, I recommend you go and have a look at it. I will link it below, and you can go and check that out. And but now we're gonna wrap this. And I had a couple different ideas for how to go about this. I tried a couple different things. Some of them, one of them in particular, failed pretty miserably. So I will discuss that as I am doing this. And I'm going to turn off a heater over here. For this wrap, I am going to use hockey tape. This is kind of a cheap version. I would recommend getting like real authentic hockey tape to do this. But this will work for demonstration purposes, and it'll be interesting to see how well it works in general. The thing that I tried before, I tried some duct tape, because I thought the main thing really is I'm not too worried about it being slick. I'm mostly worried about it filling my hand. Well, it turns out the duct tape was a lot more slick than I really expected. So duct tape is definitely out. Now remember too, part of the idea here, I could go and do a little bit more research and buy a couple other things, maybe do like a leather type of wrap and make it look really cool and whatever. But part of what I'm doing here is saying, if you have, these are materials you're going to stumble across as you are in maybe a survival situation. What do you have available to you at any given time? And usually you're going to be able to find some type of tape, and you're going to be able to find some type of twine. And again, ideally like an actual hockey tape. I think this is not that. And the more I use it, the more it's not quite as sticky and whatever. This might give us some issues, but we're going to try it out anyway. The main thing for me is to increase the width. This is 5/8 inch rebar. When I grip this, I don't really feel like I have a good grip here. I want to be able to kind of sink it back into my palm. So to do that, I want to create a little bit of a palm swell in here, and then I want to wrap the whole thing to increase the girth. But I'm going to create the palm swell first. So to do that, I'm actually just going to start at one end. I'm going to wrap this up. Wish I had scissors out here if I would have been thinking. But I guess that works well enough. All right, there we go. I've got that wrapped up pretty well. I've got a nice enlarged area here in the middle where it's going to fit into my palm. And yeah, I think that'll work pretty well. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this is I'm actually going to start the twine right kind of embedded into a piece of tape. Okay, just like that. And I'm actually going to fold this over to make sure that it doesn't have, there's just no way that twine is going to slip out of there. Okay, so I'm starting it like this. And then, there we go. And then I just start wrapping from there. And as I wrap, I'm going to be real deliberate, because I want to make sure that these coils are actually butted up against each other. Now, just like I did at the bottom, I'm going to do something similar at the top. I'm going to sort of encase this into tape at the top. And then I'm going to put a wrap right around there like that. All right, Now we have a very secure wrapped handle, and that feels pretty good. In fact, I would even say that doesn't look too bad. I kind of wasn't expecting that. I thought, oh, this is going to be ugly when I'm done. But it doesn't actually look too bad. So there is there's the hatchet wrapped with $2 roll of tape, or $2 roll of tape and a $2 roll of twine. And honestly, I didn't even use a quarter of either one, so I could do a lot more. So I mean, really, you're talking about less than $1 went into the wrap job on here, and it's grippy, feels good in my hand. Gives me that little bit of extra girth that I need to get a good grip on it. It's kind of got a nice palm swell. I can choke up a little bit if I need to, and I can back it off a little if I need to. I think that's pretty good. Well, thanks again for joining me. I think we proved that you can take some pieces of scrap and a buck or two worth of tape and rope, or twine in this case, and absolutely make a serviceable, survival, expedient hatchet. Splits wood, splits kindling. I wouldn't call it a felling axe. You know, I'm not going to go out and take down the national forest with it. But in a survival situation, a tool like this would come in very handy. So I mentioned in the last video that I do have a couple of other project ideas that I'm working on. One of the ideas that's in the works is another hatchet, this time a much smaller one, just a little hand hatchet, something that you'd throw in a backpack when you went camping. Totally different style of construction. That's cut from a 1/2-inch steel plate and then forged from there. I'm about half done with that project already, so if I do that one, that could be out within a day or two, well, 2 or 3 days maybe, of when this video comes out. But thanks again for joining me. Again, as always, hit like if you liked the video. Absolutely subscribe. It would make me very happy if you did. And comment. I want to hear what you have to say, and I want to interact with you. You know, find out what you like and what you don't like. Maybe you'll give me a project idea. Maybe there's something about this that you want to comment on. Absolutely comment. Something you like, something you didn't like. I'm open to criticism. I'm open to suggestions. I want to hear from you. So have a great evening or morning or afternoon or whatever it is, wherever you are, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.